and pulled her pants down. Alex, this girl has been through hell.
I know she's been a victim, and I know she's suffered, but that doesn't give Cheryl the right to kill Joe Capilla for threatening to expose her.
Then at least offer her a plea.
Not until I know her intent. If Berger will agree to a psych evaluation, I'll have Wong talk to Cheryl.
Yeah, when I was 7, I knew I was different. Every night, I'd go to bed dreaming about being a girl.
Well, how did you handle that?
Force myself to be a boy.
That must have been difficult.
Yeah, I play with G.I. Joes when I wanted to dress up Barbies.
When was the first time that you tried to become a woman? Can you remember?
Yeah, I was 10. And my father caught me putting on my mother's makeup.
And what did he do?
Well, he beat the crap out of me and he called me a pervert.
Did that change your feelings any?
No. It's not something you can change. I mean, it's me. It's how I feel. And I can't be anything else. But I wanted to be a whole woman.
Sure.
And I needed this surgery, especially after I met Eddie.
Eddie, had you ever considered telling him?
No. No. I figured I'd lose him. I mean, Eddie was the best thing that ever happened to me. I mean, he was the first man that loved me as a woman. And I figured if I had the surgery, I wouldn't have to tell him.
But Joe was going to tell him, right? How did that make you feel?
I saw fists punching me like all those times before.
Anytime Cheryl's been violent, it's been in response to a perceived threat.
Joe had stopped the attack and was leaving the bathroom. The threat was over.
Not in her mind. She feared what those drunken partygoers would do to her when she left that bathroom.
Well, you'd make a great witness for the defense.
I'm just calling it like I see it, Alex. I don't think she intended to kill Joe.
All right. If you're convinced, I'll drop it to man 1.
I told Cheryl about your offer, but she wants to go to trial.
She does or you do?
Do you know why I became a lawyer, Alex?
To see your face on TV?
To change society's misconceptions about what's normal. I'm here for the underdog.
You're here for yourself.
No, I'm here for a cause. Gender is not always binary. People are afraid of what they don't know. Cheryl's case can change that.
Are you so sure of this that you're willing to serve up your client as a sacrificial lamb? She could spend the rest of her life in prison.
Not after this is tried in the court of public opinion. Joe Capilla sexually assaulted Cheryl Avery and threatened to out her. She fought back to save her life. It's not going to prison.
Hello?
Thanks for meeting me.
Well, I shouldn't be speaking to you without my attorney.
I shouldn't be asking you to, but I'm very concerned about how Mr. Berger is handling your case.
If you're the one prosecuting me, why would you care?
Because I think you're getting bad advice.
No, he's the only one who's been on my side. No, he knows what I've been through.
Then he should be the first one to tell you that your chances of acquittal are slim to none.
I was attacked and almost raped. Okay, he says the jury will take my side.
I think a jury is going to have some trouble separating the facts of the case from who you are.
Well, if you're so sure I'm gonna lose, then why are you here?
Because I want to know why you won't take the deal.
What deal?
I told Berger I would plead down to first-degree manslaughter.
You never told me.
You had no right to speak to my client without me. I'm taking this to Judge Lawson and the disciplinary committee.
Go ahead. They'll love the part where you ignored your obligation to bring my deal to your client and then lied to me and told me you had.
I've done hundreds of trials and made new case law. I think I know what's best for my client.
Doesn't Cheryl have a right to decide?
Fine. Cheryl, look, I have your best interest at heart. Go ahead, take the deal, and you go to prison for at least 5 years.
And if you don't take the deal and you get convicted, you'll go for a minimum of 15 to life.
Well, do you think we'll lose?
You're not guilty, Cheryl.
Answer her question.
Look, she's trying to scare you. Yeah, there's a chance you'll lose. But think of everything you're going to gain.
He's trying to make you a martyr for the cause.
I'll take the deal.
You're making a big mistake.
How'd it go in court?
Cheryl pled out. You know that the only person that came to support her was her sister?
And you.
Yeah, but I'm not family.
Excuse me. Detective Benson.
Mr. Berger, how can I help you?
Cheryl wants to talk to you about her plea.
She needs to speak to the ADA about that.
My client's not a big fan of Miss Cabot.
Why not?
Well, Cheryl feels she was tricked into pleading out.
But why does she want to talk to me?
She thinks you'll understand the situation.
What situation?
Her accommodations.
Look, you have to help me. I cannot stay here.
Cheryl, you pled guilty. You knew that you were going to
I'm
prison.
a woman, and they put me in a cell with men.
You didn't tell her?
I told her to go to trial.
Bull. You set her up for your own career. What, the murder case wasn't enough for you?
The civil rights issue is more pressing.
Oh, and you're gonna ride it all the way to the Supreme Court, aren't you?
Why not? This could be a precedent-setting case.
Yeah, not to mention a juicy story. A woman in a man's prison, you'll have the media drooling. I'm sorry.
Just help me.
My hands are tied. I can't move Cheryl to a woman's prison.
She was going to have surgery.
Unfortunately, she's still anatomically male. New York State determines a person's gender based on their genitals, not their feelings.
But, so you're not gonna do anything?
There's nothing I can do. The law says she's not entitled to special treatment, and I can't put a man in a woman's prison.
Hey, Cheryl is not a man anymore.
Legally, she still is. Look, Berger has to it out with the Department of Corrections, and I have to make an appearance. I will see what I can do.
Cheryl Avery is a woman.
State of New York doesn't see it that way.
The medical community would side with the defendant in the matter of her gender.
This hearing is not about the politics of gender. It's about where to house him.
It's extremely derogatory to refer to my client using male pronouns.
You have my sincere apology, but biologically, your client is a man.
My client will be singled out for abuse in a male facility.
And if she stops taking hormones?
Federal prison guidelines state the pre-established hormone levels of transsexuals must be maintained.
When prescribed by a physician, your client was self-medicating with a friend's birth control pills.
Look, I'd rather die than stop hormone therapy.
What about protective custody?
23 hours a day without human contact. That's cruel and unusual.
I'm generously giving your client the choice. Either stop the hormones or go into protective custody.
There's nothing else you can do.
The defendant has not yet been sentenced, Your Honor.
All right. And ask Judge Larson to vacate the guilty plea. Take this to trial. Hope for an acquittal.
What's this I hear about you wanting off the Avery case?
I just don't think I'm the right person to try it.
Yeah, that's not what I heard. You've made several impassioned arguments on her behalf. Perhaps you'd like to defend her instead.
Well, she could use better representation than that self-serving snake Berger.
Reptile though he may be, Morty Berger's a